So I've just started on the South Downs Way. This is the first stretch that looks like it's actually out of Winchester, and crossed over some motorway or other, which you might be able to hear in the background. It's going okay so far. My heart rate is a bit higher than I would like, and I'm still figuring out how to keep my backpack comfortable, feeling like it's dropping down past my hips, and all my weight is then going onto the shoulders, which hurts. And then in order to stop that happening, I'm using my butt as a shelf to prop the bottom of the backpack up. Well, that was lucky. No cars on a very busy road. Ooh, tea and coffee. Nah, too early in the walk. Not quite lunchtime yet. It's only 5 minutes past 11. I'll give it some time. I am a bit worried that I'm not going to get any food because I bought the wrong camping gas with a Z, because apparently that's not screw top and therefore not compatible with my pocket rocket, which I did not realise. It's only the Coleman ones that are compatible. So yeah, that's a pain. I don't think Mountain Warehouse even had the Coleman ones, the screw top ones. All they had was the camping gas and the like aerosol can style ones, the really tall ones. Just taking a quick break. Done about 8.5, 9 kilometers, something like that. I want to do 10, and then I can rest properly. Maybe have some lunch. Don't know what I'm going to eat though. Must be just protein bars, given I don't have any gas. That'll be fine. Wow, okay. That's a stiff. Just got to Holden Farms, and apparently that's exactly 10 kilometers according to my watch. Good timing. Apparently there's coffee and cake here. Well, I just stopped at Holden Farm, which was the first night's campsite as recommended by the camping itinerary online, because they reckon the next campsite, which is the one I'm going to, is a little bit far for your first night. But given that I got to the Holden campsite, which is about halfway to the next one, by 12:30, and that represents about 3 hours from when I set off, I think it's quite doable. My legs, though initially refreshed from the food and the rest, may disagree with that assessment though. They're already complaining a bit, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, the amazing thing though was that the cafe at the Holden Farm campsite was really upmarket, really posh, had vegan food. I actually was able to eat an apple crumble bar thingy, and also a toasty with vegan cheese, which was really nice. Just crossed the 14-kilometer mark. My right calf muscle is cramping up a bit. We'll see how well that does over the next 5 kilometers or however much I've got left. Got a solo backpacker in front of me with a blue backpack in contrast to my red backpack, and we've got a group of people behind me who are, you know, friendly and chatty. And in fact, you know, that implies that the guy in blue isn't friendly and chatty. He was the guy who recommended I go to the farm and have a snack and a drink. So everybody seems very friendly on this walk. Even the people who are clearly local are smiling and waving and saying hi. So it's good energy. And look at that, the sun's come out for the first time, which actually I'm kind of sad about, because that means I need to put on sun cream and a hat. Of course, now I've got the floppy hat out and put sun cream on and sunglasses. It's not really sunny anymore. Well, around kilometre 15, my previously reasonable pace has been hobbled somewhat by cramp in my right leg. Resting it for 5 or 10 minutes gives some reprieve, but it still comes back very, very quickly. So I'm just soldering on for now and stopping occasionally to massage it. So yeah, it's a good job that I'm a bit ahead of schedule, because I'm going to be going quite slowly because I'm limping. Just crossed the 10-mile mark, so just over 16 kilometers. My right leg is still in pain. It's settled down into a background noise rather than constantly pinging fireball, which is nice. Getting closer to Exton, which is then only a relatively short walk away from the campsite, whatever it's called. So I should make it. The question is, will I do any lasting damage to my leg in the meantime? Because, well, last thing I want is the week before my trip out to Seattle, which this hike is a dry run for, to do damage to my leg that means I can't actually do the hike in Seattle. That would kind of suck. I made it to the top of Beacon Hill, and you can see behind me there is an OS reference point, which is used to triangulate positions and heights of hills precisely for the purposes of OS mapping. Kind of irrelevant now with GPS as far as I'm aware, but still kind of cool to find them out in the wild. The views are kind of spectacular. They don't come across on camera at all, but my leg is still pretty painful, but it's going to be downhill now, so that will be better for it, right? Looks like rain over there. I think the wind is blowing in the opposite direction though, so we should be okay. We'll see. This section of the trail is very pretty, as you can see from the view, or not because of the camera, but this tiny narrow trail made up of chalk gravel going down at like a ratio of 10%. maybe not so much, but still some percent. I've already slipped and nearly fallen twice. Looks okay in this direction. It's actually thundering in this direction. It's way darker than it looks on the camera. I might be about to get drenched. Well, I've made it to Exton. Only another couple of miles to the campsite. Legs hurting a bit less, but I still have to walk very slowly. So it's raining. I'm not at the campsite yet. Still got, according to Google, a 50-minute walk, so it's probably going to be another hour and a half. I'm on the Meon Valley Trail, and it feels like it's never going to end. You can see how straight this road is as it disappears off into the distance, and it's the same in the other direction. I'll tell you why it's so bloody straight. It used to be a railway line.
I tried to get her in the way. Shut up! Oh, headshot. Yeah, right now. Do it again.
Hot. very hot. Very hot. Oh my god. So it's 9:45 now. Woke up about 8. The cramp in my leg was worse, if anything. After walking around and giving it a chance to stretch, it's got a little bit better, but it's still painful and there's blisters all over my feet, so I don't want to push my luck by doing more today. So I'm currently in the process of packing up and heading back to London. My plans to get an Uber to the train station to head home have been foiled by the fact that although there were Ubers earlier, there are no cars available now. So I'm going to go and wait 40 minutes for a bus. Let's see how it goes. And behind me you can see the railway bridge, or one of the railway bridges that shows me that the Meon Trail used to be a railway rather than a nice slow gradient walking trail that I hauled along last night. But yeah, it's quite a pretty campground. Everyone was very friendly. Managed to get some camping gas from the owner.